Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Hold that. Stay humble, huh? You punk.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
It's an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace, bro. 4-0 in a semi-final. 4-0 on aggregate, bro. 2-0 at home and 2-0 away, blood.
This attack is absolutely dreadful and will not win you anything. We're going to finish this season trophyless.
For want of a better phrase, the players look like they absolutely bed. They look absolutely terrified that first 20, 30 minutes. They couldn't get the ball under control. Saliba was put his worst performance in an Arsenal shirt for William Saliba. Partey and Rice couldn't get hold of midfield. Ødegaard was just sort of lashing at anything around the penalty area. Martin didn't have the beating. Havertz was just bullied in every aspect of the game.
And you know what? Gary Neville made a fantastic point tonight. None of our front men can strike a football. None of them. None of these forwards can strike a football. None of them. Ødegaard, tap. Martinelli, tap. Trossard, tap. Jesus, tap. Havertz, tap. Every single one. Sterling, don't even talk to me about him shooting. Shambolic up top.
Martinelli again. I would have started. I mean, it's easy to talk about, medicine after death, but I would have started over Martinelli on the right hand side. The whole time Martinelli was on that pitch, did not contribute nothing. Couldn't beat his man, couldn't cross. Couldn't beat his man, couldn't cross. Either you take Martinelli out, or you take Trossard out. One of the two. But Martinelli had to start today on the right. As soon as he came on, he looked lively. He looked like he was trying to get things happening. Beats his man.
But Saliba today, worst game in an Arsenal shirt. Worst game in an Arsenal shirt. Isak just had his way with him. Beating him to the ball, beating him to second balls, quicker off the mark. Toyed with him, ragdolled him. It wasn't just him. I mean, Saliba generally just poor game. He just wasn't at the races. Could have been worse for him, to be honest. In the second half, could have been worse.
It stinks, bro. It absolutely stinks, blood. You get me? Stinkers all over the place, blood. Martin Ødegaard, blood. I asked you for a performance on Sunday. You delivered. You get me? Why didn't you deliver tonight? Was it because it was away from home? You're doing your best Ozil impression? I have never seen a captain substituted more times when a team is chasing a goal, chasing a win, than Martin Ødegaard, blood. I have never seen it in my life, bro.
People might think I'm exaggerating. Kai Havertz is possibly one of the worst strikers I've ever seen play for Arsenal. And genuinely, he's took this club back 2 years with that transfer. I've said it many times. The worst signing Arteta's made. 275, 5 years. Can't buy another striker. He's ruined us with that signing. That signing was supposed to get us over the finish line. You've took us back to the starting line, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about David Raya. For so long, I was talking about his ball distribution. Sometimes he does it good, and most of the times, what you saw there was what he offers. It's exactly what he offers. He's almost about to lose the ball. It's almost about to pass it to the opposition. I don't understand. You can see the game. You can see Declan Rice is going to get pressed. You had options to release the ball sooner. Out left to Gabby. You didn't do that. You held on to it and waited till Rice was getting pressed and then released the ball to Rice. We don't talk enough about his distribution, but today was a day I predicted for a long time. I knew sooner enough he'll get caught out. He'll get caught out.
When has Ødegaard ever stayed on when we're chasing the game and we need a game? In recent times, he's been the one that Arteta's been pulling off. This man is not a captain, bro. Yeah? He's not a leader. He doesn't lead by example. He's not vocal. There are better options in that team to be captains, blood.
When we asked about getting players, getting new recruitment, you look at that bench, there was never any moment where you thought someone's going to come on and change this game. Never. You look at the bench, you look at Havertz having a stinker out there. He's trying his best, but it's not good enough. There's no one to come and replace him.
These men decided to bring in no reinforcements, blood. You understand? Arteta's there coming out and saying that I'm not just bringing in a body just for the sake of bringing in a body. Now Martinelli's injured. What's Sterling doing coming off the bench? Nothing again. You're depending on Ethan now. In the transfer window, they were telling me, oh, why is Troop saying we're relying on Ethan? Look what happened the day after. Now we're going to have to rely on Ethan, a 17-year-old who's played 7 matches in men's football. This is what we have to rely on. 5 years into this project, £750 million spent. This is the squad he's built. Kai Havertz, Martinelli, and Leandro Trossard in 2025. That's our attack. It stinks, bro.
Look at our bench. They're overachieved at this point. The manager, the board, the owner should be accountable for negligence and maybe a new manager. They all need to be cleared out. It is a disgrace what we are seeing. But we're second, but we're third, but we're out of both competitions. But we look at the look at the bench. Look at our strike foot. Oh, look at the do you know what? I give up. I've tried to defend it. I can't. Nobody can defend this, people. In the last 48 hours, if you're an Arsenal fan that's defending this, then it might be the wrong sport for you. Because you don't want to win. You want to take part.
We're not equipped. We don't have the facilities. Oh, but we need that special player, the right individual, the right character. That's who we need to wait for. Every window we need to wait for this, by the way. But we need to wait for the right individual. This side. Wait.
But unfortunately, people, there was nobody that matched the profile. Oh, yeah, nobody matched the profile. Because our attack's so good and vibrant that we couldn't find anybody in the whole January window that would improve us or even help us off the bench. We brought on Jorginho, we brought on Marino, we brought on Calafiori, we brought on Sterling, and we brought on Nwaneri. Was that bench supposed to change the game? No disrespect to Nwaneri, because I rate him very highly. But was anybody there going to change that game for us? No.
It's a lot of work for Arsenal to do. So to let this window go and have another game where the same old problems, lack of quality in the final third, lack of X factor, lack of magic. Well done to Lewis Kelly and Nwaneri once again putting themselves about and looking our best players. Shock again, because they are our best players at the moment. 2 of them certainly. But to be relying on them, have given this squad no help. And I think the way the squad played, they looked like they themselves were disappointed they didn't get a January transfer over the line. They looked like they needed help. Honestly, the performance almost screamed it, but there we go.
Soon as the window closes, we don't even wait. The begins, bro. You couldn't even write it. I mean, this is what everyone says. You know, as soon as the window closed, all of that Havertz goals, all the goals we've been scoring will dry up. You just knew it. But yeah, that's the price that we're gonna pay for support. It's not a gamble not to buy players. It's not a gamble. We didn't risk. We weren't a gamble to say we're not gonna add to the squad. It was stupidity. It's full on stupidity. There's no gambling here. It's full on stupidity. Your team, the team needs players, but you want to gamble and say, you know what, the ones we've got out here, we believe can get us over the line or can give us a trophy. It's not a gamble. It's straight stupidity.
Newcastle. Fair play. Everybody knows I've got a little bit of a soft spot for them. I like the fan base. I like the club. I like the city. Do you know what? They've been through some hell. But do you know what? Fair play to you. You battered us home and away. Eddie Howe totally destroyed Mikel Arteta home and away. Your midfield dominated us home and away. Without Joe Linton tonight and without Bruno in the first leg. Let that sink in, by the way. Yeah, let that sink in. With Lewis Hall and Joe Willock instead of Joe Linton and Bruno, you still destroyed us in midfield.
Eddie Howe, masterclass over Mikel Arteta. Didn't know how to break that team down. Couldn't handle them in transition on the break. An attack full of pace, excitement, exuberance. Or is it exuberance? Anyway, excitement. Isak, Gordon, Murphy. While we had Kung Fu Panda, Trossard, Donkey Havertz, and Gabriel Peru Nelly. And then Raheem Vibes Cartel Sterling.
4-0 on aggregate. Newcastle absolutely bullied us over these two legs. Certainly in the second game. First game, I think they had 2 chances and 2 goals, maybe 3 chances and 2 goals. But this second leg, they really were just better than us in every department. They handled the occasion way better, and you could argue there was some pressure on them. Certainly wasn't when they came to the Emirates. Dealt with it absolutely fine. No problem for them.
Newcastle scored us. They absolutely scored us today. Bullied us. They absolutely bullied us today. We had nothing for them, both technically and physically. They had their game plan and executed it to perfection.
The lads are going Dubai in the morning on a holiday anyway, so yeah, they should be going to the North Pole. They should be going to the North Pole running around the snow. Dubai, Gold Steak, 30 degrees, Burj Khalifa. I'd rather have Wiz Khalifa up front than Kai Havertz, let me tell you that, people.
These men shouldn't even be going to Dubai. They should send them to Siberia, blood. Why do they get to go to the sun and live in a nice 5-star, all-inclusive, everything paid for? Send them to the pits of hell, blood. Yeah? All them fans that travel tonight should be refunded. Do you know what time some people left their house to get up there? People traveling on the coach left their house in the morning. There's people not going to get back to London until 6 a.m. It is disgraceful, blood. Absolutely disgraceful. Bottle jobs, a lot of them, blood.
Get yourself to Dubai. Go and have a nice week in warm weather. Put your feet up, relax. Get yourself refreshed. We like to reward failure in this place. That's what we've done. We have rewarded failure while everybody else is playing a cup game in a competition that is supposed to be our trophy with 14 of them that we've won. Everybody else is trying to get through. Where are we? In Dubai. We're in Dubai. We're in Dubai like this. What's happening in the FA Cup, people? Shall we get the old scores up? Shall we watch it? What's happening? Yeah, that cup that we should have won. Yeah, the one that we went out of on penalties to a dusty Man United side. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Oh, yeah, we'll have another cocktail over here. We're in Dubai. We ain't bothered about that dusty competition.